Good evening to you. Thanks for joining us for the news at 5. The verdict in the murder trial of Mark Andrews is in.
This morning, jurors found Andrews guilty of first-degree murder for killing his Atascadero neighbor. Lily Tan has been following this case for us. She is live once again tonight in downtown San Luis Obispo. Lily, we heard about vampires and werewolves in this case. Doesn't seem like it was enough to sway the jury this time.
No, Jeanette, clearly when Andrews' attorney said that he believed he heard the voice of God, killed a vampire, turned into a werewolf, it wasn't enough to convince the jury when it came to the murder charge. But and it didn't take long. They started at about just before 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon and then came back with a decision at about 11 o'clock this morning.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Mark Allen Andrews, guilty of the crime of murder of violence.
Andrews simply raised his eyebrows when he heard the jury found him guilty of first-degree murder. This means they felt the killing was premeditated when in May of 2013 he took a rifle from a gun cabinet in his room, went to his neighbor Colleen Barga Milbury's home and shot her twice in the doorway. Andrews suffers from schizophrenia, and his attorney says he's believed he's a werewolf on and off for the last 20 years.
I'm very disappointed. Mark is a very sick man, and when I told the jury that I believe he wasn't a murderer, I believe that.
Now, even though jurors found Andrews guilty today, they still need to decide whether he was insane the day he killed his neighbor. That part of the trial begins next week, and the burden of proof now shifts to the defense. Elon Funky Bilu says if jurors find his client was insane during the killing, Andrews will go to a state mental hospital, probably for the rest of his life. And if they don't, then Andrews will go to state prison. Now, the second phase of the trial will deal exclusively with Andrews' sanity, so we can expect more testimony from forensic psychologists and psychiatrists, and Jeanette, likely even more talk about vampires and werewolves.
All right, Lily, the second phase of the trial begins Monday afternoon. Thank you very much.